Hi everybody, it's Maddie from Crafty Lore, and I have a journal here that I'd like to share with you. I made a garden journal using a 1904-1905 book cover. I was extremely happy because I was able to use this spine, and unfortunately I wasn't able to use any of the pages because the book cover was fine, the pages were not, and a lot of them weren't salvageable, so I added this metal embellishment that I purchased from a vintage store about 2 years ago. I just thought it went perfect with this book. I was saving it, didn't know how or when I was going to use it, but this book was just telling me I need to add this piece on. I added one of Artymaze's flower girls to the front piece there. There are some iridescent, believe it or not, sequins that I cut in half, and then I put in there. Then I used some glossy accents to make certain that they were sealed in. So it adds like a, depending on how the light hits it, there's like this beautiful green blue sheen to it. It's just so very pretty, and it goes with the color scheme of this book. This is about 6x4 with 2 signatures consisting of about over 130 pages front to back. There's a variety of charms and dangles, and let me go ahead and open it so you guys can see. So on the end pages, I found some marbled paper from the public domain. I think it's 17th or 18th century, originally burgundy and gold, but I wanted the colors to match with this scheme of this book, so I played around with my Photoshop and really love how this comes out. I just thought it's so very pretty. And so I didn't do anything to those end pieces because the marbled paper is just gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. Throughout for the signatures, you're going to find closures, mulberry paper closures, green and pink. And then I used 2 of Artymaze's digital kits, a Bloom in Spring and I think Nature Walk. So, and then throughout this book I added some quotes and poems. Here's a butterfly from Artymaze that I used glossy accents that added some rhinestone. Actually, this piece is from a tattoo. It's like a skin tattoo. Let me see if I can find. Oh boy, I'm so sorry. I want to be able to show you guys. I got this from the Huntington Library. There you go. And inside there's like these beautiful like tattoos and some journaling cards, so I included the butterfly in here. So yeah, and then I did some alcohol ink marbling on this very old 1920s flower encyclopedia, I think it was, and I just love how this came out. This is one of my favorite ones, actually. The pale yellow and blue is just really pretty, and the blues go with that, and the yellow to Artymaze's kit. And then there is a little fabric collage there with some bluish yellow flowers there. There's some mulberry paper with sorry if there's glare, with plant elements in it, real plants. So there's like real leaves and stems, and it's transparent. So throughout the book you'll see these pieces, and you can see the other page really well actually through this. So it's just very pretty. This is the see me get the glare off. This is from the Napa Valley Soap Company, their packaging. So I saved all the packaging pieces, and I use them throughout most of my journals that I make. So I created a pocket from that. Here is a 1940s real ephemera piece. This is somebody's writing on a 1940s lamp receipt, I believe it is. Yeah, mantle lamp. and on it they talk about plants, so I thought that that would be nice to include. I'll put those pieces back in later. All of the pages that are coffee dyed with hints of Madagascar vanilla, so the smells are just wonderful. This book just smells really delicious. Here is an Artymaze envelope. It's magnet. It's magnetized, so the closure, you can open it. And I included an Artymaze little booklet, so there's about 5 pages in there. This book is really chunky, so I can't really, I don't want to take too much time showing the book, the tiny little booklets, because then the video would be way too long. So yeah, and then there's that little collage right there. Some more fabric collage there. I love doing fabric collages. I don't know if you guys see any of my videos or my Instagram, but I love fabric collage. This is a poem from one of Edith Holden's, one of her books. I included that in here. It's a poem about flowers. It's a little fabric flower with a metal flower charm there. It's a little fold out of some more marbling paper. Here is a pocket, and on this piece of fabric there is a huge bumblebee, so cute, and a little I don't know if that will focus on there, little birdhouse charm there. And this is, let me just grab something. This book's so chunky, I don't want to lose my spot. This is a trifold tag that I embellished on. There you go. From Artymaze. I made some thread flowers there. Did a little fabric on her dress, and then on her little sleeve cap right there. And then you fold that over, and this is a folder tab from Artymaze that I use as a tuck spot with one of her little tags there that you can pull out, and then more fabric collage. These are little flower trims up here with some coffee dyed notepad here that I made, and then just a little collage piece right there. So yeah, I really like how that came out. It's very pretty. Okay, and then I was going to use these in a different way from how you see them, but this book is so chunky that I decided against it. So I left them as is. There are 2 of these here. I guess I'll pull these out. There are 2 of these here, so that way whoever receives this journal they can just cut these out or use them however they wish in their journaling. So yeah, this is from Artymaze's Nature Walk. A huge bee right there. Some more of the mulberry plant essence paper. Some more of her Artymaze's beautiful digital kits with some whimsical sewing or stitching right there. Mulberry paper with some marbled alcohol ink marbled paper that I made. And a quote here. These are removable. You can actually remove this piece off. And then I did a little fabric collage right there. It's like 3 different types of fabric. And then I included more of these, so you can put these anywhere. Just take them off and stick them however you like. I like these monochrome type transparencies. I don't know what you call these. I get these at, I think I get these at Daiso. Yeah, so they have different colors. So yeah, I used the green one there. Okay, so see how transparent the mulberry paper is, just really pretty. And you can see the Edith Holden illustration behind it. See? Her artwork is just gorgeous. It's really pretty. Here is a journal card with the bird feather charm and another fabric collage there. Believe it or not, this is 2 types of fabric, but this top fabric here, I put it upside down instead of right side up, because I just thought it gave it more of a visual interest. So yeah, I just liked how that looked. It's so pretty. Oh, and then made a little fabric pocket here with a glassine envelope that I embellished. Has a quote on there. Let focus. And then another quote on there with some more like fabric collage. I don't want to lose my spot. This book is so chunky. I think all of the books I make are pretty chunky. Yeah, so here's a fabric flip that I put some of the ivy leaves on. Really pretty. I dyed this fabric myself actually, because I only had white and I didn't want white fabric. I wanted it's like a greenish type fabric, and I just thought that came out beautifully. Some more fabric collage with some old paper, golds and yellows. Side tuck with one of Artymaze's journaling cards. Try to do this as quickly as I can. So, and then so this was a happy accident. I had meant this to be a flip out type of a fold because I love flip outs, but I was watching. I think I was watching Artymaze doing a collage of sorts, and I wasn't paying attention, and I accidentally taped it or glued it to this side instead of that side, and so I was so upset. And then I played around with it and created kind of like an accordion fold. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, and it makes it look like a pop-up, and technically it kind of is like a pop-up. So I thought this came out beautifully. I really love how it looks. I'm not the first person to come up with this idea. Unfortunately, I saw about a week ago somebody do something very similar to this, but instead of what I did, they did like tuck spots with, I think, bookmarks on the inside. So I was like, oh, I thought I was the first one to come up with something so clever. Even though it was technically an accident. But no, I am not original. So here is a fabric flip with some more coffee dyed notepad paper here. These are glassine envelopes that I made into pockets. There's a good leaf I put in that one that I just pushed all the way in there by accident. Another little flower girl tag there. Here is another fabric flip up, and then underneath is a postage stamp. I think it was a Russian postage stamp, I don't quite remember. And I put Artymaze's words there, vintage, and here there's like a flower girl. Focus on that, please focus. There you go, flower girl, but there's more than just one girl, so I added the S, so it says flower girls, plural. Yeah, and then on this side is a little tuck. Oops, sorry guys. It's a little tuck spot here that I added some more for tickets too. So I just love how that comes out, and you fold it over and it's flat. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'll be doing this again. More mulberry paper. Another little fabric collage here. Three types of fabric. Little heart charm. Think this is from Dreams, etc. I think. Can't quite remember. It's either the Old Design Shop or Dreams, etc. So I'm sorry if I got those wrong. But like I said, 98% of this book consists mostly of Artymaze's digital work. The other piece of Edith Holden Page and her illustration with mulberry paper there. Did another fabric collage here with a little booklet that I made. I made several booklets, so there's definitely a lot of writing that you guys can do in here. I love my journals to have a lot of writing space. I like them to look pretty, but I need to write, so otherwise it's pointless. This is an old card that opens up. You can write something there and here. Some more of the alcohol ink marble paper that I made. Just be careful with these types of these old book pages, because they're really, really old and fragile, so almost brittle. Not quite, but it's getting there. Some mulberry paper. I just love her kits. It's just gorgeous. Her nature walk kit there. I believe this is from the old design shop. This is some more marbled paper. Some collaging that I did here with the gold leaf. Oh, and then the flower charm with the button, and I used some sky blue and green little beads there. Oh, this is one of my favorite journaling cards that I made. So this is Artymaze's journal card. I cut out one of her butterflies, embellished it with some glossy accents, and then did one of my eyelash trim body tails. I like doing my butterflies like this. It just adds like another whimsical type element to it, because you know, I want the butterflies to be sort of like a dragonfly, I guess, to have long tails. I don't know why, but I've always liked that as a kid, so yeah. I guess I didn't grow up, did I? Lots and lots of pages to write with, another Artymaze journaling card, and we're at the end of that signature now. So here's another quote there. In the garden, I tend to drop my thoughts here and there. To the flowers, I whisper the secrets I keep and the hopes I breathe. I know they are there to eavesdrop for the angels. Dodinsky. So I thought that was very pretty. This is Artymaze's banner that I use as a tuck spot or pocket with a journaling card, I think from Dreams, etc. I think. I can't quite remember. So, yeah. Another Napa Valley Soap Company tissue flip up there. And then I use the tickets here as a belly band with two of her Flower Kid journaling cards, and then another of the book pages that you could cut up and play around with. So I'll put those together after. Some more of the ticket as a tuck spot. Some journaling cards from Artymaze. And this flips open. I used her tickets as hinges. I don't know if you can see that. I reinforced the folds with some thread. And then here is it's kind of like a herbal plant ad, I guess, from the old design shop. And then you could do some secret journaling there. So it doesn't look like this would open. So I like that you can do secret journaling. Yeah, so sunflower here, I think from Dreams, etc., with a sunflower quote there by Edward Thomas. Tuck spot here from Artymaze, and her nature walk. I used her tab as a file folder. Inside there is a ephemera piece from the 1920s that somebody wrote on. I think they doodled on this one actually. Yeah, see, they doodled a stalk. Don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, and I included some of her little note paper in there. Okay, I'll put that back later. Let's see, from Dreams, etc., I believe. I'm almost done. That beautiful alcohol ink marbling on the 1920s paper. I just love this mulberry paper with the plants, the stems and the leaves. It's so pretty. Oh, this is one of my favorite pieces here. I have actually I have a lot of favorite pieces in this book, but let me see. So it's one of my favorite images of that Artymaze did on her flower kits. Did fabric collage here, and then you turn this over. You can actually take this page out and then do some secret journaling on the inside, and then tuck it back in. So yeah, I just love this beautiful image on Edith Holden paper. So I'll put that back after. There's another one of those receipts that somebody had written on from 1940s. Let's see what else you have here. Did another fabric collage, 2 types of fabric with some blue and white crystal type gems. And then somebody wrote on this page, what did they write? Sometimes colorful bracts around flower clusters. And I thought that was really pretty. I have to look up what bracts mean. I don't know what that means. The Illustrated Encyclopedia of American Wildflowers. Yeah. So I think this is from the Old Design Shop. This ephemera piece here. Did another little fabric collage. I don't know if it will focus on that. There you go. And then grow your own joy. I totally believe that. And then this is one of my hardware pieces. I did a collage on an envelope. And then you can flip it up like that. And then here inside, I also did collage on the inside of this as well. You see, there's a Artymaze journaling card in a fabric tucked there. Then you flip this over and you have some more collaging. Just thought that was pretty. This is actually from cutting out, I think, the folder tabs. So this was just a scrap. So I saved those. It's the, I think they call it the negative space. Yeah, because I think these are the positive space. The positive is what you want, and the negative space is what you don't want. So instead of throwing these away, because I thought it was very unique looking, this shape, I kept all of them. So I just thought that went really pretty. And then here is a little collage I did. And it comes with this, the garden key, because all your gardens should have a key, right? Your little secret gardens. And a pink flower charm there. Oh, I was so upset with my husband. I showed him this caterpillar because I was really impressed with, I was like really happy with how I did it. And he was like, what is that? He laughed and laughed and laughed at me after I told him what this was. And so, yeah, I had him fold his own laundry. I refused. I was so upset I didn't fold his laundry. This was during laundry day. So when everything was drying, I was making caterpillars, and I put one of my caterpillars on this book. So yeah, I really like how it came out. Yeah, so it's really pretty. I don't care what he says. I love it. And this one opens up here, and you have some more note pages here that I stenciled on the back of. A little girl in the window. And then this side you have another little fabric flip there. Banner that I use as a tuck spot with the journaling card. Edith Holden page, some more of the mulberry paper, and another fabric collage. This is just 2 types of fabric with this butterfly charm, and it's got like these little crystals in them. And then I used this baby blue or sky blue beads. I like how this came out. And again, I put the top fabric upside down because I like this look better than the right side up look. Okay, I'm getting to the other good part. Oh, here's another ephemera piece. I forget if this was from the 20s or 30s. It's also about plants. So you guys, whoever buys this, can open that up and read it. Little tuck spot I made with the fabric trim collage there. These little blue pieces right there actually comes from this blue piece. And you can't see it, but there were like these line segments in this fabric that I cut out very delicately, and I included those line segments there. Just thought that was really pretty, especially when you have it laying like that. Yeah, so paper, beautiful, beautiful paper. Did a little collage here. And did some delicate collaging here. Really pretty. So that's 1, 2, 3 types of fabric there. Okay, so this piece here. So I was going to glue this piece in, but this book is so very chunky. This beautiful garden book is a very fat garden book. So I have it as a floating flip out. So what that means is that you can take this out, and then it's whoever purchases this can either, so my intention was to glue it onto this piece here. If you're going to glue it, so you want to glue it on one of the cardstock pieces because it's very sturdy. If you're going to glue it, don't glue it all the way up to the seam of the inbinding. I think that's how you call it, where the signatures are bound. You want to glue it just like maybe up to there, perhaps, right? And then it can flip out like that. And then it opens up like that. So but the way I have it right now is I have it in like this. Okay, so yeah, that's how I'm going to leave it. And then whoever purchases this journal can decide what they'd like to do with it. So for this one, it flips out like this, and then on each of these beautiful garden pictures, there's going to be a quote, and then on the inside is one of Artymaze's beautiful flowers, and then some more of the marbling that I did on these old paper. And then when you open those up, then there's another quote on the inside of those as well. So they're all the same thing basically. Okay, oops, there you go. And then this one folds out like that. And then you have one of my mason jar shaker tags with real dried flower petals. It says Mason's Flowers. I just thought that was kind of cute. And then I have a little magnetized booklet, so it doesn't matter, I can go like that, it's not going to open. So just pull the little fabric tab there. This is authentic ephemera of plants that somebody wrote about and drew. And some fold outs in there, more ephemera pieces. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. This was a very large, well, not large, it's a small journal, but it's a very chunky journal. So I hope the recipient of this journal really loves it as much as I love it. I almost don't want to sell it. I love this journal a lot. There's just a lot about it that I love. I've made garden journals before, but I think this is one of my favorite ones that I've ever made. It's just, I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Oh my God, it's a beast. It's a garden beast. That's what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.